All right, welcome back to the next video in the Precision Baseball tutorial series. In this video, we're going to cover how to resolve fly balls. So let's say that our batter and our pitcher are Freddie Garcia and Terrence Long. We have a righty against a lefty. So let's go ahead and do our just initial roll to see what is the result of the at bat. We have Terrence Long is a 4. Garcia is a 6. So Terrence Long is a 1 to 16 to control this at bat, and he does. And we've rolled a 771. Normally against a right-hander, that's going to be a base hit. So we're going to change that to a fly ball. So let's call it a 371. And 371 falls within the 265 to 485 fly ball range for Terrence Long. So now we have a fly ball, and that means it's not a ground ball or a line drive. Fly balls and line drives have to do with the trajectory of the hit ball. It doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the fly ball or the line drive. We'll find out the quality, but right now it just has to do with within a certain range. So in sabermetrics, a line drive falls between like 0 and 25 degrees or something like that. Anything greater than 25 degrees is a fly ball. Anything between 0 and 25 is a line drive. And then anything, obviously with a 0 elevation, is going to be a ground ball. So we have a fly ball, and we go back to our player finder, just like we did for the ground ball in a previous video. We're going to look at the fly balls here. You can see that all of our players are in play for a fly ball. Not all players are in play for a ground ball or a line drive. So we have every player in play for a ground or a fly ball, and we're going to roll. So it's a 903. 903 falls in this range here, 881 to 929. So that's going to be to the shortstop. So a fly ball to the shortstop is a pop-up, right? So that's how you sort of wind up with pop-ups or pop-outs in the game. So we have a pop-out to the shortstop, and then we need to do an error check. So we're looking on our error chart here. Let's say our player is a 0. We have a 550. So you read it like that. And, oh, can you see it? Yeah. So we have a 550. We look here, 550 is greater than 244. So there's no error on the play. And the result of that play is simply a pop-up to short. Let's say we had another fly ball, and we're looking on our fly ball chart. And we have a 394, a little more traditional fly ball out to the outfield. So 394 is going to go to the left fielder. So this is hit out to left field. 181 to 450 goes to the left fielder. Again, we do an error check. Let's say our left fielder is a -2 on his error. And then we have a 216. That's less than 244. So that's actually a possible error on the play. And our guy is a -2, so he's less than -1. And then we can see that 216 actually falls within 189 to 243. So on that play, it's a fly ball to the outfield. The left fielder muffs the ball, and he commits an error on the play, and that would be a one-base error. So the batter would be safe at first. You could sort of run at your own discretion if you wanted to try to take an extra base or something like that. But all of the base runners would move up one base, and then the batter would be safe at first. So that is resolving a fly ball. Now, what if there are men on base? That's a good question. And we do have provision for that. So we have a chart here, and we use this chart for fly balls determining runner advancement. So let's just walk through this since this is a part of everything. Just a quick note that if there are 2 outs and a guy catches a ball, a player catches a ball, a fly ball, the inning is over. There's no need to consult this chart or do anything like that. But if there are less than 2 outs and a base runner is on base, then you need to check the fly ball's runner advancement chart. So we have this listed out as left field, center field, and right field. And so you determine where the ball was hit. Our ball was hit to left field. Let's say he made the catch. He didn't make an error. And we have a runners at second and third base. So runners at second and third base, fly ball hit to left field. So we're looking at our left field. We're looking at second and third base here. And we see a bunch of colors. So you can see that yellow is the gamer's decision, and we're really trying to think about runner advancement here. So yellow is the gamer's decision. Red means that the base runner stays or holds. And then green means that he must go. So we are going to have a play at the plate, at third base, wherever the cause is, second base. So we have a fly ball to left field. It's caught. And then we're going to roll here. And so we see a 223 falls in this range. And you can see that the color is green. Now green means go. And so what that means is that we must challenge the lead runner, must challenge the arm of the outfielder. And we'll walk through taking extra bases and doing the arm challenges in a later video. But maybe the next video, just to be able to walk through that in a smaller chunk. But essentially, you would have to run to the next base. The runner would need to advance the runner at second base. So we would have a play at third base, or there's an option to cut off the throw and to keep that runner. It would be a play at the plate. I'm sorry, or a play at where we cut it off. Okay. I'll get into it. It's a little bit more complex when you get into the base running. Not terribly, but a little bit more complex with the base running. So that's how to resolve a fly ball to the outfield with no runners on base and also with runners on base.